If you're thinking you're going to stick with the old ways of marketing yourself as a freelance writer and that's going to work out just fine, I've got some unfortunate news for you. That is simply not the case. Freelance writing has changed so much in 2024, and that means you've got to update your marketing as well. Fortunately, you've landed on this lovely video where I'm going to break down not only the big changes that are happening, spoiler alert, one of them is AI and ChatGPT, but I'll also be breaking down practical solutions you can use to overcome these changes. That way you're not using the same old outdated marketing strategies. Now, if you're new around here, hi, my name is Jordan. I have been a freelance copywriter and an online entrepreneur for over 8 years. And I've been coaching writers like you for that same amount of time. Now let's jump into these changes and I'll tell you a little bit about their solutions. Change number 1 is AI is shifting the freelance writing landscape in a big way. But fortunately, there's a solution. And the solution is to use AI-proof niching and niche up leveling in order to make AI totally irrelevant. Make it not your competition anymore. So first things first, yes, AI is actually taking some freelance writing jobs. But the good news is the vast majority of those are those really crappy SEO articles, SEO blog posts that pay like a penny to 3 pennies per word. You don't want those gigs anyway. Let's let ChatGPT and AI have those. Step away from the penny per word gigs and instead adapt using these 3 tips. Tip number 1 is to avoid low-paying SEO content writing or SEO article type of gigs. Again, AI has already got these covered. Let's let AI handle those because those gigs do not pay well anyway. Tip number 2 is to pick a specific in-demand and AI-proof freelance writing niche. Now, if you've been around here a while, you know I've been preaching the niche thing for almost a decade now. This is why, because I gotta be honest, right now, generalist freelance writing is officially dead. It is completely done, especially if you're a beginner. You need to pick a niche that is not only profitable today, but also one that is AI proof. Now that is a whole other video in and of itself. If you want that video, comment down below and I can work on that for you. And I also actually have a free niche guide down below, so you can grab that as well. Tip 3 is something everyone needs to be thinking about in today's market, which is to use what I like to call niche up leveling. This is a term I created to describe adding extra value to your writing services, adding on things that AI cannot replicate. So for example, if you are a blog post copywriter, add on subject matter expert interviews. Those type of blog posts pay better than SEO articles anyway. Similarly, if you're a landing page copywriter like myself, add on Figma wireframing. That is a great value add and it's something that AI cannot do. But, and this is very important, if you're brand new to copywriting, you want to start freelance writing, you don't have experience yet, do not worry about up-leveling your niche day one, okay? This is kind of an intermediate to advanced thing that you'll do later on. If you worry about all these things up front, you're just gonna get so overwhelmed and scared that you're never gonna take any action. And I don't want that for you. I want you to be successful at this. But if you're a beginner, still have this in the back of your mind as you're starting out. Think about, how can I upgrade my skill set later and up-level my niche to truly make myself irreplaceable by AI? By the way, niche up-leveling is actually something I'm going to be teaching in my all-new Killer Cold Emailing 2.0 version of my best-selling online course, where I have completely done for you marketing assets, resources like a completely pre-built freelance writer website optimized to convert the clients you are cold emailing. So much good stuff is coming up in that, and you will have a chance to enroll October 22nd. The first 20 waitlisters, get on the waitlist below, by the way, the first 20 waitlisters who enroll get one-on-one feedback from me at no additional cost as well. Never offered that before, don't know if I will again, so go down there and hop on the waitlist. Change number 2 that is happening in the freelance writing industry right now is that Upwork, Fiverr, and even sites like LinkedIn are overwhelmingly flooded with not only writers, but especially beginner writers. But the solution is to build your own business outside of all these platforms, independent of any platform, so that you can build a sustainable freelance writing income where you don't depend on anyone but yourself. Just like with the niche thing, I have been preaching this for years and years. Do not make yourself dependent on these platforms because they're like the easiest way to start, but that just means everyone is going to go there, right? And they're not even really the easiest because you're just going to end up paying a lot of money for Upwork Connects or whatever, wasting a lot of time on LinkedIn and Fiverr and not even really getting anywhere. That's costing you not only time, but the potential income you could be making freelance writing if you were marketing yourself the right way. I've seen on Upwork and Fiverr and even on LinkedIn and Facebook groups, a client will post a job and immediately they're flooded with dozens or hundreds of writers or proposals or whatever. And I'm talking about within minutes, like within 5 minutes that happens. If you're on LinkedIn, you know the deal. If you're on Upwork, you've seen it. A job just went live and it already has like 50 to 100 proposals. It's not great. Your odds aren't looking great over there. So the solution is to stop competing on those crowded spaces at all. In 2024, it is time to create a real business using proven cold email outreach strategies where you are pitching clients directly. But before you do that, I've got 3 steps for you because you can't just go off right now, find some crappy template online and cold email and expect it to work. That doesn't work anymore in 2024. Before you ever send a cold email, you first need to pick a profitable AI-proof freelance writing niche because, again, niching down is more important than ever right now. You've got to position yourself as trustworthy in a niche where clients who have cash to spend on writers are actively looking for writers. And again, that is something I cover in my program. You can get on the waitlist below if you're interested. I'm also teaching a free class on October 22nd, the day the card opens. I'll put the link for that below. It's all about how to build a 5K or more a month freelance writing business where you're only working 25 hours a week or less. And it is updated with all new strategies for 2024. No BS. So grab the link down below to save your spot. All right, so you're ready to cold email. You've got your niche, but first you also need to set up a freelance writer website that is specifically optimized to convert the clients you cold email. In my Killer Cold Emailing program, I already have this built for you. It's called a client converter website, but you got to know that this is not just any website. It is built to convert the clients you're cold emailing. This can literally 10 times your cold emailing results. That's not a number I just pulled out of thin air. I have seen my students over and over again make this happen. Because think about it. The client gets a cold email from you. They're not just reading the email. They're looking for your website link. That website is what they will use to determine whether or not you are worth working with, so to speak. So very, very important to have that before you ever cold email in 2024. Then and only then are you at step number 3, which is to strategically cold email target clients in your chosen writing niche, including that writer website linked within your cold email. Sometimes cold emailing is referred to as outreach or pitching, but you get the picture. Again, only after you pick a profitable AI-proof niche and have your client converting website should you start cold emailing. This is how you will stand out, make clients understand that you're worth working with, and all of that in today's market, even as a total beginner. By the way, all this is based on my experience working with writers like you and my own experience freelancing here in today's market. This is not just a good to have thing anymore. This is must-have stuff that you need to be doing. Because if you get off these competitive sites and platforms, then the competition is no longer the issue. You're reaching out to the clients you want directly. That is the way to go. Big change number 3 is outdated marketing strategies are no longer working. The solution, of course, is to use fresh and up-to-date cold emailing and marketing strategies that are working in today's market. Not a year ago, not 2 years ago. A lot of stuff is outdated right now. It's not working the way it used to. I would know. I've been teaching freelance writing for almost 8 years. And I've seen these patterns and trends, and this is where we are at right now. So if you're still hanging out in Facebook groups, cold DMing people on LinkedIn, posting content, and just praying to the algorithm gods that it's going to get you somewhere, it's time to make a change. It's time to get up to date. I know I sound a little snarky, but I truly just want the best for you. And I know there's so much information floating around online. It can be so overwhelming, and it just leaves you like stuck where you don't know what to do. So I want to let you know that these strategies are outdated, and if you're trying them, I want you to know that it's not your fault that they're not working. It is just the fact that these strategies are currently outdated. Instead of getting lost in the crowd today, there's a better way to attract clients, and that again is cold emailing, aka outreach, aka cold pitching. When you cold email the right way, you're no longer competing with dozens or hundreds of other, often cheaper writers for the same gig. You do this right, you go after the right target clients, you're going to find yourself with much better luck getting those high-paying clients you want and building a full-time income while only working part-time hours. But here's the key to cold emailing in 2024, right? You've got to create a marketing strategy that builds trust before you cold email. I just talked about this a little bit with the niche and the website thing, but kind of what it comes down to is trust signals. So trust signals are psychological triggers that make clients feel like you're worth working with, even as a beginner. You're going to use these psychological triggers throughout your cold email, throughout your website. Your niche itself is an actual trust signal because it makes clients think that you are worth working with. A client has got to trust you before they'll hire you. These trust signals, that's how you get them to do it. I created this all new trust signals marketing strategy based on what is working today in this market. And I'm going to be teaching it very soon in a all new live class all about how to get 5K a month or more freelance writing, all while working 25 hours a week or less. As someone who has struggled with various stressful life occurrences as well as chronic illness, I know just how important it is to be able to make a full-time living from home while not overburdening yourself with work, while just working a nice part-time schedule. So go head down there and click the link below now to register and save your seat. Yes, there will be a replay available, but I really hope you show up live because I love hanging out with you guys. And I'm going to be doing a live Q&A at the end, so it'll be like a fun interactive thing where we can hang out. You can ask me questions about copywriting, freelance writing, ChatGPT, all of that good stuff that I know is on everybody's minds right now. And please remember that the life you want, the financial freedom you are seeking, the clients you're after, all of that is so much closer than you think. It is all within your reach. Trust me, I get what it's like to be scared and have no confidence. When I started out freelance writing, I had just been fired. I didn't have a college degree, still don't. So my confidence was not at its peak. But the key is to feel that fear and take bold action anyway. And I, as always, am here to help you do that. Be sure to get on the Killer Cold Emailing 2.0 edition waitlist down below now. If you do, I'll send you a free guide with 101 profitable freelance writing niches, which is pretty cool. You can also register for the free live training happening on October 22nd. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you so much, and I will see you in the next video.